Today on Uncommonly Good MTG, we're playing GOLGARI Reanimator. The self-mill is strong with this one. Am I at some point going to self-mill myself out of a game? Stay tuned to find out. Hello and welcome to Uncommonly Good MTG. I'm your host, a perfect storm of the world's most interesting man and a dude who likes magic cards, Dr. Yukon SuckIt. Yes, thank you. You are too kind, everyone. Yukon SuckIt. Say hello to your mother for me. So I'm broadcasting to you today from my secret underground headquarters, and I'm bringing to you a deck which I'm not going to bother to say where I got it from because it came from an old deck that I did back in October called GOLGARI Reanimator. Was that of my own creation? No, it wasn't. But this is, a deck from back then that's been modified. So it's more or less of my creation at this point. Like any good deck is. GOLGARI Reanimator. So the deal was I was talking to, or I got a response from, see his name is like, I got to pronounce it right here. Biken Enjoyer. Biken Enjoyer. And he says, hello, I know you mentioned the deck wasn't perfect, but I'm curious about your thoughts about adding the Moldgraf Millipede. It does the same job as Urborg Lhurgoyf, but it's worse as it is due to the graveyard check only upon its entrance, where the Lhurgoyf is constantly upgrading based upon what's in the graveyard. Would it be better just to toss those things and put either more copies of the Blob in, which I didn't do, or have 2 Dreadhounds instead, which I absolutely did. Let's see here. The Blob offers opportunity, while the Dreadhound can easily burn and finish a game. Yeah, that sounds good. Burning and finishing a game. So we put the Dreadhound in instead. That's what we did. So thank you, Biken. I totally went with your idea. Now, beyond that, I said, let's go ahead and see what we can zazz up a little bit by using some Brothers War situations. So what I did, I put 4 of the Argothium's Sanctums of Nature. I put 2 Titania as well in here. I can tell you, later on, it turned out those things sucked. And because I never got them, I never got her out, or when she did get out, she got killed immediately. Because you cannot allow one of those guys to live. Urza, Mishra, Titania. Now you got to kill those things immediately. So I ended up tossing those when I figured out I needed soul transfers. So soul transfers made it in. What else did I put in here? We got Blanchwood Prowler. I think that's it. So basically the things I added to the deck to make it better: Blanchwood Prowler, Soul Transfer, and the Dreadhound. Oh yeah, and Argoth, Sanctum of Nature. Now what's really nice about this is even though it doesn't have Titania around, this thing can, for 4 mana, mill you 3 cards. And we are milling ourselves like crazy. And we're going to get 2/2 bear creature token out of the deal. So whatever, man. This will make creatures for us and mill ourselves, which in reality will make things so much better. Let's see. Also, the Prowler is an excellent source for a self-mill deck, and it works out fantastic in this deck. Fantastically. So, real quick, let's just cover the cards, what we're going to do, and then we'll take it out and see how well it works. So, Undead Butler, he mills 3 when he comes into the battlefield, and then when he dies, you can choose to exile it and bring a creature card from your graveyard to your hand. This is part of the Reanimator cycle. It works fantastic. You want to mill yourself, he does it, and goes and gets something later on and brings it back. This guy mills 3 when he comes in, and then who cares about getting the +1/+1 counter? He's a chump, and he gets you a land. That's what matters. Urborg Lhurgoyf, he will mill 3 cards each time it was kicked, so potentially 6 cards. You got a big problem with this deck with potentially self-milling, so be counting your graveyard, right? Or your library. But his power is equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard, and his toughness is that +1. So this guy gets big. Soul Transfer has the ability to return target creature or planeswalker from your graveyard to your hand. But I recommend using it to exile target creature or planeswalker, because this deck suffers when it doesn't have the ability to get through some big creatures. Because we really don't have that much as far as Death Touch is concerned. A little bit right there. And eventually we start bouncing off of people's stuff. It's not that big of it. It's not that great. The big thing is Dreadhound is fantastic, because who cares at that point? But there's only 2, and you got to go fetch them out. But anyways, this is the beating heart of the deck right here, Crawling Infestation. This enchantment, you may mill 2 cards at the beginning of your upkeep. So it keeps the milling happen. And that will make your Lhurgoyf grow most likely. And when one or more creature cards are put into the graveyard from anywhere during your turn, you create 1/1 green insect tokens, and only triggers once each turn. So it doesn't create just one, I believe, but that effect, it's like if a bunch go into your graveyard at one time, you could potentially get a bunch of insects from it at one time. Like a board wipe would be a situation. That might be really nice in here, would be a board wipe. In the Eccentric Farmer, mills 3 cards. So you can see you're milling yourself constantly. And then you return a land from your graveyard to your hand. So we don't have like ramp, but we do have consistent mana that your low-end guys are able to provide. Sheoldred, helps you gain a little bit of life, but also punishes your opponent. Doesn't really have anything much to do with this deck, but Sheoldred's always good in a deck that has black. So Sheoldred's in here. Consuming Blob makes tons of babies. Baby. If this is a blob mama, and the ones inside the pots there, that's the little blob babies. They're all the same toughness and power, but the blob mama is the only one that can make more babies. So you need to protect her. But the good thing is you can always bring her back. And then Diregraf Rebirth is a one that does that, but it's a sorcery. So while you could do it for much cheaper, which could be 2 potentially, the problem is that you have to have dudes die on your turn to make it that cheap. But they will come straight from your graveyard back to the battlefield. And you can flashback as well. And this will help you lower your flashback card. You'll find out during the games, I don't pay any attention to that the top level ability there. But in the future, if I ever play this deck again, I got to pay more attention to how this thing gets played. Dreadhound, like Viken said, yeah, this will easily burn. I think of it as just melting flesh, because your dudes are dying like crazy. And whenever a creature's card is put into a graveyard from your library, from all your mill, it causes the points. Whenever a creature dies, like all of your insects, it causes the points. This guy is so deadly. So deadly. And there you go. This is an incredibly cheap, because you get 1 less for each creature card in your graveyard. You can pay 1 for this thing in like turn 4 possibly. And if you get enough stuff in your graveyard, and you've got a 5/5 with Death Touch. Super cool. And we already talked about the land that puts out the bears and mills some more. So you're going to be self-milling like crazy. Just don't let it get out of control. All right, let's take it out and see if this continues to be the powerhouse that we hope it is. And we're playing against, what is this? Milicolobrii? Milicolobrii? That is a word I totally use every day. Keep. Slow Joe. We got this Milicolobrii. We got ourselves a very black and white sleeve cover right there. And I got to discard something. How about that jerk right there? How about that jerk? All right, number 2 gets us into a Blanchwood Prowler. I need the land, though. No lands for me. He wants to draw a card. I thought, what does this get there? What is he getting out of that deal? All right, Eccentric Farmer, 2/3. Let's do it. Ooh, that is a lot. What are we taking from this here? We got green. Let's get another black while we can. No tax. Well, this Writhing Necromass is already down to 4. That's fantastic. Ooh, there's a Death Touch. Oh, and he's already wasted it. Go get him, farmer. You can do it. You're just going to bounce off? All right, I guess you can't do it. Ooh, look at me. Not doing anything. What does that guy say? He says, I'm showing my dominance. That's what I'm doing. There you go, Qbert. Have some energon. Our pal Milicolobrii doesn't believe in pets. I guess you're just useless over there, doing nothing. Lhurgoyf's looking pretty good. Discard a card. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's Lhurgoyf. You can start chumping. Chump! All right, who sucks? You do. All right, we're running in for the attack. We got all Golgariness all up in his grill. Let's see, what is that totally? That's 8 and 5 is 13. Chump number 1. He doesn't want to chump the rest. Oh, he's willing to take 8 points of damage rather than give up on his little engines there. What am I down to? This deck, I can mill myself easily with this deck is the problem. Whatever. Whatever, man. You don't know me. Shut off the lights. Oh, anybody here we want to bring back from the dead? Do we have enough formula? Guys, 5. Titania is what I'm looking for here. Nothing good. Nothing good. All right, we're going to go ahead and Blanchwood. We'll throw some stuff in the crapper there. Oh, we need some land is what we need. Play the Rebirth. There's somebody to bring back, though. All right, one of these lands good. We'll throw out another one of them. I'm surprised those things aren't legendary, personally. Yeah, that guy can bring back some Sheoldred action. Titania. All right, you guys start blocking with your blockers. Oh, you vicious cur. You were just waiting to do that. I mean, you could have done it at any time, man. Down to 7. All right, but we have the 5 now, don't we? Yep. Ooh, congratulations. Okay, did we get a Titania out of the mix here? I'm sorry for obstructing our view here. I don't see Titania anywhere. Sheoldred! Chump, chump! Chewy chump! He likes that card, whatever it is. He really likes it. It's probably a creature kill for Sheoldred. Yeah, he's looking right at it. Ooh, that's 2 life you're never going to get back, my friend. You got yet another not blocker. Congratulations. Oh, now that was painful. Not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Not enough for that. All in. By that I mean one dude. Jump! Cool. Cannot block, huh? Whatever. You could chump for me, my friend. Have a good time. We bring him back. Let's bring back Urborg. I could do a lot here, can't I? I think we're good. I don't need to get bunched beyond that. I don't need more stuff in my grave. He didn't exile anybody good, did he? That's just all me. Chump, chump! Chump, chump! Finally, those... Well, one of them is going to die. The other one's just going to sit there and enjoy the pain that he inflicts. Let's bring back Sheoldred. And you're dead! Suckerfish, unless you can kill him right now. Your turn, your turn, your turn. Come on! And you drew your card. Suck it! Sheoldred for the win! Sheoldred for the win. Alright, playing against Vahida. 3-0. Vahida. I think it's like fajita. It's a nice, you know, onion and pepper and steak and chicken blend. 1, 2, 0 blacks, but I have nothing black in my hand. Let's keep it. I wonder if we can make these things grow. Roll. No sleeves, no pets, no capital letters. What's wrong with this guy? 1, 2, 3. I'll take it. I need a black badly. You want to march on in? I'll be willing to trade creature for creature. Nope. Not willing to make the trade, huh? All in. All right, we are still really short on black. Can't do a Sheoldred yet. Lhurgoyf's looking really good, though. There's our black. All right, let's Sheoldred up. And all in with these two. You want to give it up? You want to sacrifice 2 to 1? Negative. Really, you're going to waste her to kill, like, Eccentric Farmer? Yeah, I didn't think so. All right, there we go. Victory! All right, playing against ibanezrobb. Ibanezrobb. 1, 2, 3. That's good. Keep. All right, what's our plan going forward here? Planeswalker, creature, enchantment. Go after the, I don't know, Consuming Blob, I guess, is what I'd probably go after. I wouldn't recognize the threat that the Necromass has. Let's see. Let's go ahead and Blanchwood. 1, 2, 3. I seem to need more black. Oh no! You killed him. Oh, we're just playing against black disenchant or discard then, huh? Technically, you've made this guy as cheap as he is. You did it. You gonna switch over to your higher caliber? Nope. You're just gonna give up. In your face, suckerfish! In your face. Alright, playing against Tom McLean. Tom McLean. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's keep it. Or 3. Sorry, I counted to 4. As one does. Turn off the dragon. Alright, Necromass is there. Let's go ahead and do mill for some mana. 1, 2, 3, nothing. So he just gets to be powerful. We're rolling in here. A Blob and a Lhurgoyf. The Lhurgoyf looking at 2-3 at the point. Each creature in my graveyard. I'll go for the green, that's fine. Put out Undead Butler. He can help bring things back. And no tax. We are up to full Writhing Necromass level, though. The dude has the ability to shoot. We're playing against Esper. He's going to have some creature kill in there. But I really hate to see if counterspells. Counterspells are the effing devil, man. All right, what are we bringing back here? Ooh, this Blanchwood Prowler looks really good. No. Lhurgoyf. Alright, we're blacking it up. Let's go for the Writhing Necromass. Writhing. Look at this card. It is so creepy when you really look at it in detail. That's like dudes. Like a billion of them all stuck together. Huge kill. Let's see if you can keep this thing alive. The only one that births babies is the blob card. The rest of them just sit out there and, you know, do what they're supposed to do. Just they are without the ability to reproduce. That's the mama blob. You gonna copy that? Jerk. I could do one more, huh? All right, I get 2, 4, 5s. Let's just send one of them in. Bum 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 bum. All right, good for you. You're gonna rely upon the babies there, huh? What am I trolling out here? 4 or 5? They're both dead. It's fine. So you're gonna use my card, the copy of my card, to try to win your game. That shows you how much faith you have in your own deck. Sanctum can start making bears here pretty quick. I could also mill myself. Gotta watch out for that. All right, you got 1 mana. You had 2 mana. There you go. Lhurgoyf's getting stronger. To get out the Lhurgoyf, he'll just sacrifice. I might as well, right? He's gonna have to sacrifice a lot to be able to kill it. And by a lot, I mean 2 cards, which would be not the blob mama. Wouldn't have to. He's just gonna chump at this point. All right, we got him on his heels right now. I don't think he's going to start pressing the attacks. I think he's going to play the defense. I am having a hard time getting through his pickets, though. Come along, Mr. Lean. I know you keep touching my Lhurgoyf. I don't appreciate that. Oh, he's killing the mama. There's Super Lhurgoyf. All right, let's play another black. And let's send in the Lhurgoyf then. Just wants to chomp. Bear up. So with that bear, he's just been ripping apart some robots apparently. He isn't sure who he wants to go after. Here, I'll pick somebody up here. Right there, my friend. Right there. Right there. That's who you want to go after. Whoop. Who's better here? A baby? A mama? Let's go get ourselves a Consuming Blob mama. And what do we got left here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Writhing Necromass. Alright, you give up anything at that point. Do I have another one in here? Let's go find out. Doesn't look like it. There's a Consuming Blob. Yep. I'm not sure what we just did here. I was creating the spirit. He's getting another mama of it. I was thinking about doing the same thing. Ooh, nice. One, two, three, four, five, six. Not enough. All right, let's bear up. Nice. I'm not sure exactly how I got all that, but it was just really good. Oh, you know what needs to happen is a Dreadhound. All right. There you go, my friend. Yeah, that Dreadhound at this point with all of these tokens out. The 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll decline. I think we're good. Where's our Dreadhound at? Dreadhound. There we go. Boink. Let's bring out dummy number 1. There we go. Yeah, why not? In fact, I'll die. Will I? He's got a 6. I just need some defenders there. I'll attack. Not you so much, mama. And, baby bear, baby bear. No, sorry. How do I untap that one? There we go. All right, there we go. And he's down to 5. That Dreadhound is the freaking bomb. And not like as in like he's totally awesome. As in he's killing people. The problem is I'm coming after you next turn, and if my guys die, you die. You got lifelink, but only for 4. I'm not going to do the math here. It's just going to be send everybody but Dreadhound in. I mean, if anything, I can go get another Dreadhound. They're not legendary. Okay, there you go. Decline. We're cool. Dreadhound, where are you at? There you are. I saw you just like, there you go. Come on now, baby. There we go. You can't recover from that. I believe you got a problem there. And it's called being dead. Alright, so there's 2 points of damage you're losing. There's 3 points you're losing and 4 you're gaining. So you're at +1 at the moment. Alright, now you're back to being 0. Nothing, we're just netting to 0. And there goes everything else. And we win. Touchdown. Lava Bears. Alright, so here we are with Golgari Reanimation. Or is it Reanimator? Let's find out. Reanimator. Yeah, that's the good kind of stuff. You know, like Matador. And yeah, so I took the old one. I took some recommendations from one of the guys, which we talked about earlier in the video, and I spiced in some Brothers War stuff in here as well. So, and I think it did very well. I really liked it quite a bit. I think that the things we did to spice it up really made this deck a lot more powerful. It was really, really good. So on my first play, I had a 60% win ratio. I had a hard time just because this thing did not have any direct creature kill in it. And once they started getting out enough big guys, I had a really hard time making it through those pickets. But once I added the, let's see, what is it called? It's the Soul Transfer. It's funny, I love this card. I can never remember the name, right? Soul Transfer, then it got 100% win rate at that point. So average those two together, we're at a 80% win rate. And there you go. I know it's not the way that math works, but I'm just a little too lazy tonight to try to figure it all out. So who was the hero of this deck? Who was the hero? It was Dreadhound, hands down. I mean, this guy really, he wanted to get me 6. You had to kind of wait till the end of the game anyway. But once you start, the other one would be like a Crawling Infestation. Something was putting out a tremendous amount of insects. I'm not even sure where they even came from. Something did it. Where did all those insects come from? I really have no idea. Something was putting out insects like crazy. This thing can only put out 1 each turn. Whenever 1 or more creature cards are put into a graveyard from anywhere during your turn. All right, so it only triggers once per turn, but for each 1 or more creature cards into the graveyard. Okay, that's where they all came from. Because, yeah, this thing put out those insects like crazy at one point. And if you had multiple of those out, it actually worked out really well. This was the little life gain engine for this deck. It kept the mills going. It put out lots of little things. It was a beating heart. So I got to say, this was your low-end hero of the deck. He doesn't get the credit that he deserves. The Crawling Infestation in a self-mill deck is fantastic. All right, so was this deck competitive? You know, in the range that I like to use it, absolutely. This is a competitive deck. You are definitely going to win more than you're going to lose. It is really decent and puts up quite a fight. Number 2, was it fun? Yeah, it was good playing a mill deck. I mean, a self-mill deck. I hadn't I hadn't played it in a while. Luckily, somebody, sent me an email about it, and I went back and started again. It was actually really fun to play. I only really play a deck like one time, and then I kind of move on. And because I'm trying to put out a different deck every day, and I really don't come back to things. This thing's been a long time since I've been here, and it's well worth the play. It was really fun. And this thing, was it interesting? And absolutely, because it is a format, it's a type of deck I almost never play. Consuming Blob was super cool. Of course, Dreadhound was super cool. This guy came out just incredibly cheaply. I was paying him for 3 a lot of times. This was probably the hardest spell on me because it cost 5 and or 7, and it was really hard. You want to basically kill your dudes on your turn because it's a sorcery, which is the only time you can use it. So you got to plan for it, which I was not planning it. I was just expected to play full cost. Occasionally, I'd see the mana tick down. I'd be like, what's going on? How can I play it? Because, I don't actually read the cards. I just sort of like smell them a little bit and get a general sense of what they're supposed to do. There were some decks we're going up against that Sheoldred was just dominating them. And the fact that we keep bringing Sheoldred back from the graveyard was fantastic. Lhurgoyf, 100% super awesome. Blanchwood Prowler. I always thought this guy was stupid. But in this deck, he is top shelf. Both these guys are. Being able to mill 3 and then bring back other dudes. Like this brings lands. This guy brings back guys. I'm 100% on, but these guys definitely belong in this deck. And the farmer, he's okay. He's pretty decent. He's got a big butt. That's what I like about him. All right. So yeah, that's the deck. Is it competitive? Is it fun? Is it interesting? Yes, yes, yes. Triple check marks. A+. A+. This deck is so choice. I would highly recommend you pick one up should you have the means. That is all for now. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. From all of us here in the secret underground headquarters of Uncommonly Good MTG, have a great day. In the words of my people, shine on, you crazy diamonds. Later.